Campo Santo is a veritable supergroup of game dev talent with industry alum from Double Fine, Telltale, Clay, 2K Marin, and prominent graphic designer Ollie Moss. But with their first game, Firewatch, they could turn out to be a cream or a velvet revolver. Firewatch is a first-person narrative adventure with a focus on dialogue and sense of place. The story follows Henry, a man who takes a job in the Wyoming National Forest in favor of the isolation it offers. As Henry's boss Delilah puts it,
"People take this job to get away from something."
the narrative is both a discovery and, at the same time, a definition of these characters. While there are plenty of predefined story beats, the finer details of the relationships and backstory are chosen by the player through contextual prompts in its best form or a glorified text adventure in its worst. The contextual dialogue serves to both color the world, but also give the player some authorship of the relationship between Henry and Delilah. The dialogue is one of the pillars upon which Firewatch is built, so it's important that it be both well-written and well-acted. Campo Santo manages to deliver on both fronts with a script and voice acting that is best in class. Topics and attitudes progress seamlessly, and emotions move with a natural fluidity.
Back in the cave, huh? Man, I don't need to lose another lookout in there.
Another lookout?
They go in, they never come out.
So this is another one of your jokes.
Yeah, it is, yep.
The other pillar is the strength of its environments. Firewatch has a large focus on exploration, but without holding the player's hand with linear design or what amounts to a GPS. Instead, Henry has a paper map and a compass, requiring players to use landmarks and directions to find their way in spaces that are just big enough to feel open, but not so big that they're intimidating. This ends up giving a genuine sense of exploration and puts the player in a similar headspace as Henry, as he becomes acclimated to his new job. If you're going to ask your audience to pick apart your environments this way, you'd better make sure it can hold up to it, and again, Campo Santo delivers. It should come as no surprise that Ollie Moss is involved with such a visually striking game. It looks so good, in fact, that the game gives you a disposable camera so you can capture your own postcard-esque images. It may fall short of satisfying your Pokemon Snap fix, but it does encourage the player to pay more attention to their surroundings and appreciate their aesthetics. Visuals aren't everything, however. The sound in the game is much more subtle, though, with lots of wind noise, a few animal sounds, and sparse music to build a sense of isolation. Firewatch represents the best of independent game development with a smaller, more focused experience that values quality over quantity. Campo Santo still manages to make its gorgeous environments feel expansive, however, which is important to the game's story. And that story! The developers struck a balance between a strong, easy-to-grasp central narrative, but with plenty of loose threads surrounding it to encourage discussion and give fodder for multiple playthroughs. Firewatch delivers on all fronts, so if you're in the market for a strong narrative experience that's easy on the eyes, then there's this little place in the wilderness of Wyoming that might be just right for you.
I bless the rains down in Africa! Ooh!